This is the Cape Emergency Ultrasound Committee's 2025 annual report. I'd like to thank David Bradbury Squires, Jad Sagan, Nathan Hecht, Noam Katz, Andrew Meehan, and Kenneth Williams for their contributions to the committee. Kate Faddy has agreed to step into Jad's prior role as pediatric co-lead. Elizabeth Lalonde and Brandon Ritzy have both rejoined the committee as members at large, and we're also fortunate to add Maya Harrell-Sterling and Margot Wilson as new members at large in the committee. Tom Jellick has rejoined the committee as a member at large, and we welcome back Rafiq Andani as the committee's rural lead. In the education portfolio, the ISIM 2025 POCUS Games was an absolute smashing success. 18 teams with 54 participants were pitted against each other for the grand prize of 3 butterfly IQ probes with lifetime memberships for the life of the probe. The McGill Echolocations team took home the first place prize, and the Manitoba team, Jellick's Angels, won the second place prize of a 1-year Cape membership. There were over 25 judges and volunteers who made the POCUS Games happen, and most importantly, I need to acknowledge the brilliant work done by the POCUS Games organizing committee. Jillian Shepard was the amazing chair of the committee, and members included Christine Hanna, Ryan Henneberry, Leanne McLean, Carlin Gardner, Elizabeth Lalonde, Talia Brennan, Margot Wilson, Rob Samard, Maya Harrell-Sterling, and Alice Chan. We also received financial support from Cape, Butterfly, and Sonosite, and Butterfly, Sonosite, and Philips provided us with ultrasound machines for the event. There was a lot of exceptional POCUS educational content at ISIM in Montreal. Congratulations to David Lewis and Colin Bell on being one of the top 3 educational marketplace stations based on voting by attendees for their nerve block marketplace station. Many members of the committee also gave excellent lectures at the conference. On the clinical front, Colin Bell completed the nationwide POCUS Clinical Benchmark Survey, and the results of this survey can be found in this publication in CGEM. The QR code is on the screen. Highlights include the fact that it takes a median of 0.4 full-time equivalents for a POCUS program to function at full capacity. More than 3/4 of Canadian POCUS equipment remains active beyond the end of a typical service life, and more than half of respondents do not have a comprehensive POCUS quality assurance program. This will hopefully inspire us to do better. Colin was also the lead author on a Medical Clinics in North America review paper on POCUS infrastructure, so check it out with this QR code. When it comes to research, the POCUS Literature Primer Series project continues. The 2 most recent publications for this series include one on key papers on cardiac and lung POCUS, as well as this paper on key papers on the aorta and DVT POCUS. We announced our EUC Research Award winners at our annual Cape EUC meeting. You can use the QR code to go to our EUC webpage to see all the winners. Congratulations to all the winners, and we hope these awards are inspirational for Canadian emergency medicine POCUS researchers. Paul Olshinsky has developed the EUC Research Network. The goal of this network is to leverage the expertise and experience of all the POCUS researchers in the Cape EUC and the broader Canadian emergency medicine POCUS community to do collaborative research. There are currently 2 projects in progress, an undergraduate medical student POCUS survey being led by Paul Pajot, and a patient-oriented POCUS survey in the rural setting being led by Tracy Morton. On the communications side, Talia Brennan is continuing to manage the EUC newsletter. The most recent newsletter was a special edition for ISIM 2025. The EUC webpage has undergone a minor update using input from Talia Brennan and Paul Olshinsky. Our pediatric leads have been an excellent addition to the committee. Leanne McLean and Jad Sagan have put together Just the Facts paper on using POCUS for pediatric resuscitation. It's been accepted by CGEM and will be published soon. Lastly, we have to congratulate Rafiq Andani and the rural portfolio. The Rural POCUS Survey project has finally been published. Rafiq, together with David Bradbury Squires, Tom, and Jillian, did an excellent job of writing up the survey as a paper on the rural Canadian emergency physician experience with POCUS. Make sure you check out their paper with the QR code on the screen. As always, I am so impressed by how dynamite the EUC team is. I can't believe how productive the committee has been in the past year, and I consider myself incredibly lucky to be working with such an amazing group of people.